So I got a mail call, but my dog ate the corner. Hey, this is James for Read More Comics. As I said in the intro, I got a mail call and I left it on the floor next to my desk. And before I could get to it, my dog chewed up the corner. I do have two things I want to share. I got a whatnot purchase right here, and then I have more blind science labels that came in. I want to say it was the same day. So let's go ahead and get to it. I will be fast forwarding through this if the ASMR is too excessive. So let's get to it. This is pretty well packaged. It is not. You can see they sandwiched it. It was taped better when it was wrapped up, so despite my dog's best efforts, he did not succeed. I think if it had been in a Gemini, he might have been more lucky because he would have gotten to a corner where the shipper, the seller, had this bubble wrap wrapped thoroughly around it, so that added a barrier. So I'm pretty happy about that. So this, as I said, was a whatnot purchase. It's been about a week ago. The seller clearly was new to whatnot. He did not know what he was selling. He was not a Batman fan. He was running a Batman show. He'd alluded to being more of a Marvel fan. And so there weren't a lot of people in his Whatnot stream. If you haven't been on Whatnot, the bigger shows that are more popular, there's a lot of people. And so it's really easy to get caught up in a bidding war. I unfortunately have done that a few times. This, on the other hand, wasn't the deal here because there was just a handful of people, like under 10, which is a really small stream. Let's put that over there. And as he was going through it, it was clear that this was, if not his first show, pretty close to it. I have not sold anything on Whatnot, but I have participated multiple times. Now, he is using blue tape, but he has not mastered, it is a he, has not mastered the doubling it over in one spot so you can take it off. So anyway, he was selling a bunch of different Batman books, DC stuff, mostly newer things. He had some sub 400 Volume 1 Batman, bunch of detective also, from Bronze Age. I did not get any of that because he only had a couple issues and I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I don't remember everything this is. It is a melange of different things, a cornucopia, if you will. It's a buffet of Batman comic books or Batman-related comic books, so we're going to see it together. So first up, we have Batman the Dark Knight issue number 1. This is a first print written by, I think, Paul Jenkins, David Finch on the art. Very cool cover. This was the gateway book for me getting into reading New 52 comic books back when they came out. What is it? It's going on 16, 17 years ago. At the time, my LCS my LCS owner, Casey, would be interviewed by a local, they called them rock jockeys at the rock station, mostly heavier rock stuff. Anyway, and he was talking about, New 52, hey, this series is coming out, da 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 da. And I wanted to get back into comic books. This, The Dark Knight, Batman The Dark Knight, is what got me back into comic books. Now, in hindsight, in the time, this was right before Court of Owls exploded, and Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo kind of exploded in Batman Volume 2. And so afterwards, I'm going like, oh, if I'd gotten in on that, I would have been able to get those. I've since finished my volume 2 run, but I had to pay more because I didn't get them when they came out. There's some awesome stories in this volume, though. Greg Horowitz would take over later. He did this incredible Scarecrow story. So I saw this, and he was selling them for like $2. And I went, okay, I'll take a number 1. Nope. Forgot. I'm not going to reveal. I don't want to reveal. I don't want to see it. So this is a minor key. We got Detective Comics 601, symbol on the front cover. It's telling us that this is first appearance of Anarchy. And I recognized Anarchy from this first appearance from Brownsville Comics. Had been talking about it in one of his videos one time when he was going to the flea market. He pulled this and said, oh yeah, this is, Anarchy. I don't know anything about Anarchy because in the Batman runs that I've been reading, hasn't shown up. Okay? So I picked it up though because I went, hey, that's a key for $2. This one is a little thicker. I think there's some, not hollow foil, lenticular books. So let's see if this is one of them. It is. We have, this is Batman the Dark Knight, lenticular cover for the Joker's daughter. He was selling these a little bit more. They were $3 a piece. And this was one of the books I need for my 2026 collecting goal. I need the lenticulars for both the Dark Knight and Detective. And I think that's it. Yeah, because I got them for Aquaman already. So Dark Knight and Detective. This is one I got, so knock this one off. I don't know what this one is. Oh, here's another one I'm looking for. So here we have Detective Comics. The lenticulars. These were all of these were issue 23. You can see right here. Oh, sorry about that. Issue 23.4. So this one for the Dark Knight, they had 4 different lenticular issues: 23.1, 2, 3, and 4. This is issue number 4. This here is issue number 1 with Poison Ivy. That is a cool lenticular cover. Check that out. I don't think the camera picks it up as well. There you go. Very cool. So this is issue number 1. The big books had 4 of them. Some of the smaller books only had 2, like the B tier characters. So Aquaman had, I think, 2, like Ocean Master and Black Manta. Batman books, though, that's tier 1 book. 4 different lenticulars. I don't know what this one is either. Okay, here we have Batman issue number 7. This is, I need to double check on this to make sure it's not a second printing. When I was looking at it at the time, I think this is a second printing. Yeah, this is second printing of Court of Owls. I thought it was a variant cover. $2 though. You know what? Okay, I'll pick it up. And then we have this is all the way from 1989, Batman a Special Edition. Look at that. This was $5, which is a good price. If you check this one out on eBay or wherever, it's easily a $10 book. And this is in really nice condition for a book from all the way in 1989. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. I'm going to open it up real quick. Let's take a look. When Batman came out, this was incredible. Like, I still enjoy Batman, but this Batman, it isn't as serious, it isn't as sophisticated as Christopher Nolan's Batman. The new Batman's really good too. So this is pretty cool. So there we go, Jack Nicholson, right? That's cool though. So I was looking forward to having this. So I did like Michael Keaton as Batman. Some of his successors, not so much. And then, okay, I've already seen this cover because it was flipped the wrong way. I'll show this one first. Flipped the wrong way. We have Solomon Grundy #1. This is from Earth 2, another lenticular. So this clearly is a variant of Solomon Grundy. Really do enjoy Solomon Grundy, especially his interactions with Batman. And then he had this 4-part series for Batman Shadow of the Bat. This is one of these books right here, issue #1, first appearance of Victor Zsasz. It is one of those books that I always purchase when I see it. So he was selling this whole first story, all 4 issues, for $3, and I went, well, I just want the first one, but I've never read the story that this is in. And there's a second key appearance too. We'll get to that too. So we got part 1, and that looks pretty nice, you know. Part 2, part 3. This is the first appearance of Amygdala, who shows up in Batman Nightfall. And then we have part 4. Amygdala only shows up like early when all the bad guys escape from Arkham. So anyway, I got all this. So I don't remember how much I paid for this. Let's see how we did. 8 items, $19. That's not too bad. Considering we got a first appearance. Not first appearance. So we got this guy. First issue. The tape came off, so it almost fell out of the bag. So issue #1. I think this is like a $10 book. First appearance of Victor Zsasz. Can be a $10 or $15 book, matters on the condition. It's not in the poly bag, doesn't have all the bonus stuff. This guy right here can be a $10 book or more. It's in good condition. I don't know about this. I need to double check to see if this. I'll put it right here. I think this is a second print, but maybe it's a variant. And then these are the ones that I was really, okay, this one I just picked up, or this one, okay, he was like selling things at a really, really good price, and I'm like, okay, I'll get this guy. Anyway, so these are the 2 books I was looking for, though, because those are collecting goals, and then we got another minor key. So all of this for $19, I'm happy. All right, I also then, same day, oh, I'm sorry, got something in my eye, got a new labels from Blind Science. They have 2 types of labels. They have regular labels, which are kind of glossy, and they have laminated labels for like comic book stores and stuff. I don't get the glossy labeled ones, or the laminated ones. I don't need those. They're like $1.75 a piece. I get these. These are like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Making sure I'm not throwing out anything. These are $1 a piece, which $1 for a sticker, I'm okay with that. It's one way to curate my comics, make them really pop. Let's see. So this is actually 2 separate orders. And what I've been doing is I'm going through my collection. I'm trimming some of the excess. There are volumes of books that when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, I need this, but now I don't know. I'm not excited about it. It doesn't bring me joy, to borrow the Mary Kondo thing. But there are volumes that do. So I'm trimming things. I'm going to purge it. I haven't decided how to get rid of this stuff yet. That's still up in the air. Okay, so here we have label. So I like $20.99, what Marvel's been doing with it. Doctor Doom, I just need a label for all the Doctor Doom books that are coming out that are Fantastic Four specific. Just finished my Man of Steel run, so I wanted that. Spider-Verse, I really like Miles Morales, and Spider-Verse is the in. And then we got a bunch of Star Wars ones. The only one that sticks out, so this one right here is the last Dark Horse volume of Star Wars, and Alex Ross did the initial books, and this was another book that got me into reading non-superhero books. Okay, and then we have all the other volumes of Star Wars, all recent volumes from Marvel. We got some Darth Vader stickers. We got Darth Maul, and then we have a bunch of Superman stickers for my Superman books. We got some Superman ones. I finished my Ultimate Spider-Man run way back. It's like right around the pandemic. I haven't read it yet. And I also finished my second run. And then we got my Exo Man of War books. And they're really two volumes that stick out for me. I've read one of the trades for volume 1. Didn't really like it. It's a 90s book, and I don't think it aged well. Though I have the first issue. Sorry about my eyes bother me. Volume 2 I did not read because that's when Valiant was purchased by someone else that wanted to make video games. But Volume 4, this one right here, is amazing. Robert Venditti wrote it. Art's fabulous. It's a really long run, like more than 50 issues. Really got into it, and then it transitions into volume 4, which is how I got into Valiant and Exo Man of War with Free Comic Book Day. Awesome volume, all takes place on this other planet, and then he finally kind of gets back, and then that leads to volume 5, which is okay. That was, I think, the Dennis Hopeless volume. It was okay. Anyway, so I got a bunch of stickers for my comic book collection. There you go. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about comic books and my mail call. I appreciate you if you hung in this long. Let me know what you think. If you haven't tried Blind Science, I will be, you can't see that really well. I'll be putting the tag, the link down below. Let me know if you've tried purchasing books on Whatnot. What's your experience have been? Mine has been pretty positive so far, but I'll be honest, there are a lot of shows that I don't find what I'm looking for, and I don't want to jump in and just start buying a bunch of stuff, which a lot of shows they just seem to do. So let me know what you think. Let me know your experience with Whatnot, the Bat books I picked up. Again, thanks for listening to me. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell in the corner so that way you get a notification at any time I post new content. Don't forget, life is so much better when we read more comics.